Hi, Debbie here with my first guest design team project for Craft Supplies for You. And this one was an altered picture frame, and this was suggested to me by Gypsy Girl Crafts by Pamela. So this is what I've done. And before I show you everything, I just want to remind you about the celebration that Craft Supplies for You is doing for the month of May. From May 1st to May 31st, with every $25 purchase, your name goes into a drawing for a gift certificate. And she's giving away two for the month of May, a $30 gift certificate and a $40 gift certificate. So I just wanted to make sure you knew that. And also, these beautiful flowers are still 60% off, so you definitely want to take advantage of that and stock up on your pretty flowers. So let me show you the picture frame that I made. Now it's just a little frame. It's a little frame here. And the flowers that I used, of course, I will show you that too. But I just wanted to let you see that. This was a red frame and I painted it. And there will be a tutorial right after this if you want to watch how I put this frame together. But this is the little frame that I used with all the really pretty flowers and that dangle bling piece right there. It really turned out pretty. And this is a little ribbon bow that I used from some of the that lace was in that little bundle, lace bundle that I bought. So there. So this is how that turned out. It turned out so super cute. So this is going to be going to Pamela if she wants it. And the flowers that I use, that's these little fabric rose flowers. Real pretty. And these, let me show you these. These are really pretty too. Let me just pull one to the side so you can see what it looks like. Like that. Very nice. And then these real pretty pink. These are also a little fabric flower. And this white one here. Yeah, I just cut a piece off of that to use. And here's that piece of this is the lace I pulled out of that bundle to use to make my bow. And I cut off the bottom to my bling dangle and used the bottom part to go in the center of the bow. So this is my first May design team package project for Craft Supplies for You, and all the information will be in the description box below, where you can go over to the store and you can check out all the members. And I want to thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye for now. Okay, so the first thing we need to do to alter this little picture frame is, I definitely do not want red, is I'm just going to take it apart. Well, at least I'm going to get this part out, hopefully. And it has this, this seems to be, they have this covering here actually glued. I need to go get my X-Acto knife and I need to just cut that out of there because I don't want that in there. And this is actually attached, so I was thinking I could take this off. But I'm going to have to leave that on. And then I'm going to just put some masking tape over this whole backing, and then I'm just going to start painting this white. But first let me get this plastic out of here because I definitely want to get that off. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I just put some masking tape around the back, not this part right here, I'll just paint around it. So what I'm going to do now is I've got some gesso that I'm just going to go over and just get all this red out of here, is what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to paint over them. I might take a couple of coats because this is a really, really dark red. And I'm going to do this back part first. Because the back, I'm just going to be painting that with the gesso and white paint, and that's all I'm going to do for the back part of this frame. I'm not going to be working on it with any kind of waxes or anything like that. So yeah, it's just mainly just to get that red out. So I'm going to make sure I lift that up and go under here. So yeah, so this is kind of like what I'm going to do for the back. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. It's going to take a couple of coats to do that, so I'll let it dry in between coats. And so let me do that, and then I'll come back to you, when I have that finished. Okay, so what I've done is I've gone over with the gesso. I took like 3 coats of gesso to cover this red. And then I went over with white, because I'm using white. And then I went over it with what's called porcelain. These are the colors. I don't have the bottles over here because I actually have to go paint on another desk. This is where I'm doing most of my tutorial here, but my heat gun is over on another desk, so I'm doing my painting over there. But the colors that I'm using is just white and then this porcelain color. So that's what I'm going to do to the front. So I'm going to go over, I'm going to paint all this down with some, some gesso, just get all in there and just paint it all with gesso and take how many coats it's going to take, probably 3. And then I'll go over it with white, and then I'll go over it with the porcelain, and then I'll come back and then I'll show you what it looks like. So let me do that. Okay, well, I've got it all painted, but I didn't need to show you. These are the paints that I used. After I used the gesso, I used the white, and then I used the porcelain. But they're just little craft paints, nothing really, expensive. Well, anyway, it's all painted. So what I want to do now is I have this metallic luster rose gold by Deco Art. I'm going to just take some, and I use my finger, and I'm going to lightly just brush over and bring it out like that. So it's going to leave a nice and you can use a brush. A lot of people just use a dry brush to do this, but I just actually like to use my finger. You can see how it's coming out. And then I just look at it and see if I want to add any more in other places. And then I just got to make sure I do the sides over here. So there. Yeah, I like that. A little bit on the inside here. So this is how it's turned out. So I really like how that looks, and that's going to be as far as doing any kind of painting or anything with the frame. So what we're going to do now is I need to go and let's pick out some flowers and some ribbon and things like that so we can finish decorating this frame. So let me go get that and then I'll be right back. Okay, well, I have all the flowers that I'm going to be working with, and since this is a small frame, what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to put a flower arrangement here and then maybe one up here. So I'm going to use this trim here that was in that trim bundle that I got, which I told you was, it's 20 yards that you get, not 10. I think I said 10 on my video, but it's actually 20. So, yeah. That's a good deal, so you really need to check that out. And like I said, it's in the lace and it's in the organza. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to use that because I want to make a bow to put up here in the corner. And I'm going to be using, like, these flowers here. So I'm just going to cut a couple of them off and then rearrange them. And also this little dangle bling here, there's actually a loop right here. I'm actually going to cut this apart because I want to use the bottom part, the smaller piece, and I want to put that in the center of my bow when I put my bow together. So that's what I'm going to do with this. So I'm actually going to cut that off. And then I have this little image here just off a piece of paper that I had. design paper. I just cut this off the size, and that's what I'm going to put inside the frame. Now, Pamela, when you get it, you can just always just, replace this. This is just so I don't send you something like that with nothing. I want to send you at least with a little something cute. So anyway, let me cut some of these down, and I'm going to set them up there, and I'll show you how it's going to look before I glue them on to give you an idea. But let me just start cutting them apart. I just cut up, I just take them, I just cut right up to the, right up to the, that depends. Some of them I might want to leave a little bit longer if I want them to stick out, so I got to play with those a little bit. So let me do that, and then I'll take my glue, and I'm going to probably use art glitter glue, or I'll use the Fabri-Tac, either one. So it just depends. So let me do that, and then I'll be right back and show you how my little arrangement's coming along. Okay, this is what I'm coming up with so far. Nothing's glued down yet, that's why I'm real careful. And these little flowers here, I'm going to put some more on either side. But I just wanted to give you an idea of where I'm heading with this. So let me go ahead and start gluing these on, and then I'll come back and you can see what it looks like. Okay, this is how it turned out. It turned out so super cute. The only thing I'm wondering is if I want to go over it with a whitewash. So I'm going to have to think about that one right now. So that could change, but right now, this is my altered frame. And like I said in my, in my design team video, that for every $25 you spend for the month of May, from May 1st till May 31st, your name will be in the drawing for a KS4U gift certificate. And she's giving out 2 this month, or the month of May, and it's going to be for a $30 and a $40 gift certificate. And also, all these beautiful flowers are still 60% off, so you definitely want to take advantage of that and go over there and get yourself some really pretty flowers. And Pamela, thank you so much for your suggestion on the altered frame. This is going to be going out to you. And so I'm going to go over and get my jar so that I can pick another entry for my next project. So let me run over there and get my jar. I forgot to bring it over. Okay, and then yeah, this is Pamela's information here for this altered frame, which is going to her. So let me see what my next project is going to be. So let's go in there and see what it is. So what have we here? Let's see. What am I going to be doing next? A heart pillow. And this was suggested by Shabby Pink House. So I am going to be doing that. I think Shabby Pink House is Christine's her name, if I'm not mistaken. But if it's different, I'll let you know. But this is what my next project's going to be, a heart pillow. Okay. So I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.